What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 74 of Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast, bringing together trainers from every corner of Pokemon fandom before watching along with an episode of Pokemon The Series, starting all the way back at episode 1. But today we're going to be watching episode 74, Fire and Ice. Today is Thursday, October 10th, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescatore, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, what up? How are you?
Hey fam, what's going on?
Hey fam, what up? What up, dogs?
What's up, guys? Have you caught any Pokemon recently? We want to hear about it.
Have you bought a lot of cards? Dude, I have been on a Leonhardt kick watching videos on YouTube, dude, and it's the amount of packs that this guy opens is absolutely insane. It's like he's probably opened 1,500 Hidden Fates boosters. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
And where's he finding them? That's my question.
I'm sure he's got the direct
He's
line.
In the back waiting. He's like, oh, you got a delivery? I need him.
All right, little housekeeping really quick. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons, Brittany J, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, David, Chris Sidney, Bacon L, The Noise, Harry, PokeNabBot, Purple Pancakes, Dem Gears Be Bangin', Lady Goobly Meets Super Nerd Fox, Go Ranger Matt, The Phoenix, Baker Boy, Jolt Switch, Alex, The Illustrious Overseer, Jason, Go Live Andrew, Matt from Kentucky, Paul, and Justin. Holy guacamole. That's insane.
I got
Thank
chips.
you guys. But if Patreon isn't your thing, there's still a couple ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, you can take a moment to leave us a review. 5 stars are the best stars. Y'all. All right, on today's show,
what are we going to talk about?
Game Informer had a very telling interview with a bunch of cool Pokemon people. So there's a ton of information kind of behind the scenes and new announcements and stuff. They broke a lot of news, so we'll kind of run through all that info. Galarian Ponyta has been released, and it's Adam, what do you think?
Beautiful.
It's
magical.
It's an
majestic.
Amazing Pokemon. This was unveiled in the 24-hour live stream. And Adam, how much of that did you watch?
Too much,
right?
Too much.
How many hours worth of blank, nature did you watch with nothing happening?
A lot, to the point where me and my girlfriend were watching Friends while having it on the second TV. Yeah,
that's funny.
So we could see it. She's like, look! And it was like when Impidimp he licked the screen or fogged it up, and the Ponyta ran behind. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was. When it was announced, it was unveiled during that stream, and then they officially released its card on Pokemon.com. So we'll talk about that. Halloween is taking over the Pokémon Center. This is pretty typical. Happens every year. We're going to take a dive into the Mewtwo and Mew GX Tag Team deck that was featured on Pokemon.com. Adam has some experience playing against this deck. And then finally, we'll do our watch-along with episode 74, Fire and Ice. Adam, you ever subscribe to Game Informer? Have you ever had that subscription to GameStop?
Yes.
So I worked for GameStop for a bunch of years through, it was like during the launch window and, but a little before and a little after the launch window of the Xbox 360 and Nintendo Wii, those years. And that's when games were just booming, it was absolutely insane. And Game Informer was, a dominant force in publication and print publication was still rocking and rolling back then. And, it's pretty wild how this is, they still with the GameStop layoffs, and Game Informer has had significant layoffs recently. They still put together this really, really huge and exclusive interview thing, which is really cool. And, there's a ton of info, and every bit of info kind of has its own splash page on GameInformer.com. So I'll put the links in the description, but These are kind of the bullet points, and there's a couple really cool quotes that I'll review here. But Adam, did you get a chance to kind of look at this stuff? Like, it's a lot of info, right?
It is a lot of info. I only saw a few things, but basically our like max raid battles are going to be like the hardest. Like what?
They word it weird. They're like, they say max raid battles could be among the Pokemon's most challenging encounters. Like, of course, this should be. Like, this is great. Oh, and I was listening to It's Super Effective, and they were saying that somewhere buried in one of these interviews that there was a confirmation that during a Dynamax or Gigantamax, it's just a projection of the Pokemon. It's not the actual Pokemon. So the actual Pokemon is not getting bigger. It's a projection of the Pokemon. Very interesting.
That's so strange.
Very interesting. So it's not like actually like mega evolving where the physiology of the Pokemon is changing. Like, no, this is just a projection. Anyway, we're getting off track. All right, but max raid battles should be some of the hardest challenges ever in Pokemon because you've never faced anything like that before.
Yeah, hopefully they're not all like 5-star Mewtwo's. You can't battle them alone, where you can duo them or something like that. I would hate if you had to have 4 people every single time.
No, but they already said that they'll back your party up with NPC, like with bots. So,
okay.
Yeah. So you'll still have cool. Like generic trainer who probably will stink, but you'll have the body there.
They'll be like, go Snorlax.
Yeah, exactly. It's
and Magikarp. That's just a tank. He doesn't do any damage.
All right, other stuff coming out of Game Informer. AutoSave. This is massive.
Massive. It's so nice.
So there's, from the hardcore community, I did hear on Reddit there was a little bit of a gripe because, like, let's say you wanted to run do a Nuzlocke or something like that, and just the way that the saving structure works, like it could prevent you from being able to play the certain way you want to play because now this stuff is happening automatically. It's just a departure from what we're used to, but I love it. I think it's amazing. There's been, I don't know, every Pokemon game I've ever played, I've definitely lost hours worth of save file just because I forgot to save. Like, it's happened so many times.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't care. This is the greatest
demoralizing.
thing.
It makes you just like,
well, then you got to go through like the same slog for 3 hours again. It's like, no, thank you.
I recently did that in Sun and Moon. I like picked it up and played it for an hour and was like, oh, okay. And I did a lot, or I felt like I did a lot, and I forgot to save.
Well, all right. There is something interesting to say here. In the article proper, right, they said that this feature, like the announcement from Game Freak, was that this feature was going to be in the wild area. So, but the guy kind of like kept poking and said, hey, wait, is this going to be just within the wild area, or is this going to kind of be game-wide? And this is the quote from the director Shigeru Omori. It says, it's a new feature. We're implementing full autosave functionality. So this is going to be in every part of the game, not just in the wild area. So this is cool. This is like, it's finally like, you got to get with the times. It's like, what game does not have autosave? It's like, come on. Game like this, you need it. Absolutely need it.
Exactly.
All right, what else we have here? I'm not even going to get into this one too much, but they did talk about, and this was Masuda actually talking about, Pokemon that have been cut from the decks in Sword and Shield will return in the future. We know they announced this before, but now they're kind of coming out and saying, like, look, there's just the sheer volume of Pokemon. We can't feature them all, blah, blah, blah. They're coming back. Don't worry about it. Moving on. HMs are not in the game. Not in the game at all.
That's good.
It's good. So now you don't
tired
have to
of having HM slaves.
Yeah, well, it just clogs things up, and also the mechanic itself is just dumb and dated. It's like, oh, I can't go past here. There's a bush. You know what I mean? I can't get past it. I guess I gotta like wait hours to be able to come back and cut this bush down. It's like, no, it's those are going away, and I won't miss them at all. This is something though that's interesting. It says. Another quote. This is from another game director, Kazumasa Iwo. He says, we didn't have them in Sun and Moon, and this time around, we didn't feel it really matched the concept, especially the wild area, and wanting to have this higher degree of freedom. And end of quote. What he had said was, like, HMs work when you're, like, trying to unlock a locked door. where it's just like one, to get past this, you need to get to the next area. But then he goes on to say, like, with the scale of Sword and Shield, he wanted to invoke this feeling of it being, completely open and wide open, and having HMs would like make that these giant open areas have to have like a very specific pathway through them or something like that. So it was a pretty cool concept of why they did away with them.
Yeah,
so.
You can't go in the bushes, but you need to go in the bushes in order to catch that Pokemon. Sorry.
What else do we have here? Experience share is now baked into the gameplay. So you don't, it's not something, again, this could mess up someone with doing a Nuzlocke, but we'll get to this in a second. But they really are promoting this kind of vibe of building your party, building up all your Pokemon. It doesn't necessarily have to be about like your top 3 Pokemon carrying you through the entire game. Like everybody's going to benefit, and it's an equal share of experience. It's not like, a
I
breakdown.
really like this.
Yeah, it's a way to keep your parties rocking. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be able to level up more Pokemon. So it's a positive. That's the way I look at it.
I'll usually catch one of everything.
Sure,
but that's my goal. It's just to catch them all.
Well, this kind of goes into like the next thing that they announced. They said that they want to put a focus on allowing you to use your favorite Pokemon competitively. So it's not just going to be a matter of like using the right spec'd out Pokemon and all this, heavy duty stuff. That there's mechanics happening in the background. They're saying to allow balance, to allow you to use your favorite Pokemon in a competitive environment, and be able to not base it off of the meta per se, base it off of your love for that specific Pokemon. So like that's really cool. Like you could use your Delibird, and your Delibird could hang against a Machamp or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
I want to use my present.
So I think this is really cool. This is Pokemon Go has done a good job of this, because
this gives me a lot of hope.
Yeah, because like with the Great League in Pokemon Go, when you play PvP, it limits you to use these funky Pokemon and these individualized, Pokemon that you wouldn't normally think of. Every Pokemon is someone's favorite Pokemon. So I love the fact that you're going to be able to kind of, use your emotional, it's like Pikachu, you know what I mean? Pikachu isn't necessarily the strongest Pokemon, but because of the bond of the trainer, he kicks butt. I love that. So it's like, yeah, man, bring that Delibird. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, maybe it's tied into your friendship with that Pokemon. Are you playing with that Pokemon more?
Well, another quote. This is from
cool.
Kazumasa Iwao again. It says, "We're doing a lot of stuff in the back end to introduce systems that allow players to make sure that Pokemon they want to use in competitive battles are viable." So it's like all this stuff is like it should be transparent to the player, and I'm sure that has to do with like the experience share. And, just kind of, the friendship or some kind of thing. And even in the article, they even call out like, people would breed their way to the perfect competitive Pokemon. And it's like, that's not in the spirit of Sword and Shield to, have that kind of, behavior of breeding. It's a very interesting approach. So I really like what they're doing with Sword and Shield.
Makes me question breeding.
Well, the morality of it. That's a whole other argument.
That's the question. Will they have it
in Sword and Shield?
Yeah,
they've got to. They've got to. Look, where are we? We're at the 10th of October, so we have a little bit over a month. There's still plenty of time for announcements to come. Like it's going to start ramping up.
They need to basically do one a day. They could get away with it too.
They're going to start rolling in because it's very, very soon. So we'll have to see.
And did you hear the rumor about the 18 gyms?
Yes, it's not 18 gyms.
Drat. I was hoping that this game was just straight gyms and open area.
No, it's the whole thing is there's 18 gym experiences in the game. And one of the cool things that they do detail in the article is there's the major and minor leagues. It's still a very traditional scenario. You have to defeat 8 gym leaders. You have to, collect 8 gym badges in order to progress in the game. But there's up to 18 different gym experiences depending on what game you have, what path you take, like all that kind of thing. So, a gym that's in Sword is a major, might be a minor league gym that doesn't count towards your 8 badges in Shield, and vice versa. Oh, one thing we didn't say about Ponyta, it's a Shield exclusive. by the way. So that's pretty cool that they're starting to break that stuff up. I'm sure that Pokemon will have influence over which game people choose.
Yeah,
based on
I'm going to be
Pokemon.
honest. I was already told that I should switch my
Really?
I guess I have both on pre-order. I was told that I should put.
But what if they
the
keep
Reserve
announcing
on Shield.
Pokemon and then it's like a better Pokemon in the other one? Then you have to switch it back.
Yeah, right. Like I just want them both because that way here I get best of both worlds. And if you want that Pokemon, you're gonna have to play the game and you're gonna have to trade it to me. End of story.
Yeah, no, but dude, it's so much information. It's a really fantastic barrage of articles. Make sure you check out the link in the description because there's a ton of information here. And not for nothing, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's digital now, but still seeing like a press, destination like Game Informer getting this information and putting it out there. It's like, I don't know, in wake of all the layoffs and all that stuff, I'm really happy for them because they need good publicity and some strength here because they just went through, major stuff. And that's always a super crazy thing in this industry. So I feel for them. All right. What else we got here? Galarian
Ponyta.
Yeah. All right. So let's dig into this a little bit, Adam. Go for it.
Well, it's a unique horn Pokemon, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's a unicorn.
It's
a unicorn.
During the live stream. Yeah, it's a unicorn. Straight up. The way its mane glows and everything, like when it gets excited, like I don't understand why it's not a fairy. Bringing us to the type. It is a psychic type.
Yeah. Why?
Give me fairy and psychic. That's all that I want.
It is.
I thought it was going to be dark fairy, just like Impidimp, because Impidimp was walking around. So I was like, oh, it could be the second pure fairy and dark Pokemon. And then they whip out psychic. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And then during the stream, one of them didn't have a tail, leading me to believe that that's probably either the male.
The male.
Because the male-female differences, which is really cool.
People are saying very reminiscent of like a My Little Pony design, which I don't mind at all. I think it is a beautiful Pokemon. It's awesome looking.
Yeah, you're just going to bring in that crowd.
Right.
But they're only going to have 6 Galarian Ponytas. I can't wait to see what Rapidash looks like.
Yeah, if it's just like even like twice the size, giant flowing, magical cotton candy
everybody
pom-poms.
thinks that it's going to have like Pegasus wings.
Oh,
which would honestly,
Can you
male
imagine?
version have Pegasus wings,
What?
and the female not. That would be epic,
dude.
Tinfoil hat time.
No way. That would be sick. That would be so awesome. Oh, that would be so cool.
But yeah, it stands 2 feet 7 inches. It weighs 52.9 pounds, and it has 2 abilities: Runaway or Pastel Veil.
That one is new to Sword and Shield. They actually lay out whenever they announce a new Pokemon, they actually lay out the ability so they can give you like a full description. And it says this new ability introduced in these titles, it prevents the Pokemon and its allies from becoming poisoned, and it can even cure the poison status condition of its allies when this Pokemon enters the battlefield. So this is pretty cool. Especially as a psychic type. So, bringing it in, your party's already poisoned. You bring your Pokemon in, and it cures the poison, and then prevents future poison. So that's pretty cool.
And now, Runaway, is that similar to what Wimpod had?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And one other little tidbit that they threw in here, a little flavor text. There was this little image of it like looking really regal, and it says, "Behold its glistening mane." And listen to this. This is really cool lore. It says Galarian Ponyta can absorb the life energy of the surrounding atmosphere and store it in its mane. It seems that Ponyta's mane will become more colorful and even emit a sparkling glow if there's a lot of energy around. How cool is that?
That is epic.
I love when the design and the lore kind of match perfectly like that. Like this, well done. I cannot wait to see the rest of this dex, dude. I can't. It's gonna be awesome. I love all these Pokemon.
And they just keep rolling out amazing Pokemon.
Yeah, dude, the Galarian Weezing, dude. I'm still on that. It's amazing.
And that's a fairy.
And that's a
like
fairy.
The meme
exactly.
right now is like, this is a fairy, guys. Remember, and then this is not a fairy.
Adam, you get trick-or-treaters by you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, so this is, it's Halloween time. Do you decorate? We have decorations. I'm looking at so many decorations right now. Witches
in the house, I have
candles
decorations.
Yeah, there's
we
decorations
just painted
everywhere.
pumpkins. Well, we'll probably carve pumpkins closer to no.
We do it the week
closer
before.
to Christmas.
Yeah. But Pokemon Center has been taken over by Halloween. They do this every year. Really cool products. There's always really cool stuff.
What's your favorite?
All right, so right away, it's actually on the homepage of PokemonCenter.com. They show this giant bowl. It's a Gengar bowl, like a candy dish, ceramic, but it's big. Like, it's bigger than it should be, and that makes it amazing. Like, you could put a ton of stuff in there. So it's like, that's by far, out of all this stuff that's out, my favorite. But what about you?
My favorite thing in here, I mean, I just looked because I do like the Gengar mug. But like the pumpkin Pikachu, like Halloween ceramic tea light holder, those are wicked cute.
Those are probably cool. Yeah, if it's dark, like they probably look really cool if that's the only light in the room.
And then like there's a Dedenne and a Pikachu with like crowns on them, which are kind of lame because they're just another hat. There's a Jester Pikachu, which looks kind of cute. But my favorite thing in here is the Pokemon Gallery figure Mimikyu with Shadow Sneak.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Because that's its like main move, and it's so fun to like see it in the anime.
But it looks so good. Yeah, they captured it so perfectly in figure form. It just.
Yeah, because when its eyes light up too, it's got that going on too.
Oh, another thing that they have in the Halloween set, which I thought was hilarious, is Pikachu with the Mimikyu costume, which is hilarious, and a Gengar treat bag. But I thought that was funny since Mimikyu is costuming as Pikachu. Now you have Pikachu costuming as Mimikyu. So I thought that was cool. And then there's this really awesome Celebi, he's like a wizard, traveler, druid looking guy with a hat and a staff. And the staff is like a pumpkin Pikachu head on the end of it. It's so well done. And then a bunch of keychains. They call it Pokemon Pumpkin Parade. So that's the line of those plushes. But totally awesome. Like they nailed it. But I don't know. I buy the Christmas stuff. You know what I mean? When they do the themed Pikachu plushes. So it's like I haven't dipped into the Pokemon Center Halloween pool yet. In real life. But this is cool stuff.
I like it. I might spend some money.
Well, you should spend some money on trying to pull a Mewtwo and Mew GX tag team, which I did, which is fantastic. But
which I did as well.
All right, Adam, why don't you talk about this deck? They put a cool deck profile up on Pokemon. They put a cool deck profile up on Pokemon.com, and I know you said you had experience playing against this deck, and you guys just put out Special Conditions episode 10, which featured this card. So, talk to me about this card.
It is annoying. Because it is so good.
Is it because of the ability?
So the Mew and Mewtwo GX have the ability Perfection. It just says that you can use the attacks of any GX or EX in your discard pile or on the bench.
Okay.
And so there's a million different GXs. And the beauty of it is that you can just discard Pokemon. And so you don't need the evolutions. So cards like Dragonite GX, which is a stage 2,
right?
You need to evolve. You
don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. And like for 5 energies, it does 270 damage, which literally kills everything. Other GX. And so having the ability to have something like that on your side, that's huge. So at any moment you can use that. And then you also can use Latios GX, which has Tag Purge. So it says during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from tag team Pokemon. Now the top three decks right now are Mewtwo and Mew, Zekrom Pikachu,
right,
and Reshiram Charizard, which are all GX.
Tag team GX.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, there's half the format right there, boom, or like most of the format. Now how it gets its speed is you play a card called Welder.
All right,
attach up to 2 fire energies.
Because I've heard so much talk about how great this utility is, like how awesome this card is and how it can power so many decks. So what's the deal with this card?
So the deal with this card is there's so much fire support. So you have stadiums like Giant Hearth, which allows you to discard a card from your hand and search your deck for 2 fire energies.
Okay,
so you can see where, now I have 2 fire energies in my hand. And then you play Welder, attach up to 2 fire energy cards from your hand, to one of your Pokemon, and then draw 3 cards. So it's energy acceleration and draw.
So,
all in one fell swoop.
Yes. Okay. Awesome.
And because you use your supporter that turn, you run Dedenne GX, which has Dead Change. So you play it from your hand, discard your hand, draw 6 cards. And so you play like 4 Cherish Ball, which lets you go just search for it. So it's... And then you can pair that with like Heat Factory, discard a Fire Energy card from your hand, draw 3 cards. So there's consistent flow. And then you have Fire Crystal. Fire Crystal lets you put 3 Fire Energy cards from your discard pile back to your hand. And then you play like Jirachi GX to get rid of the Psychic Weakness. And just, you can play your own Reshiram Charizard to copy its attacks, and then Solgaleo GX to Energy Excel. Because for 2 energies, you Turbo Strike, which you can attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon.
Wow. Well,
so if you only manage to get that 1 energy, but the other energies are in the discard, you could just attach 2, perfection, use Turbo Strike, and boom. And because you're Dedenne changing, I can't even say it. The Dedenne changing, you can discard Solgaleo like early on. You can Cherish Ball for it, Dedenne change, discard it.
Wow.
And then you can use it that turn.
Wow.
And this deck is so powerful, and it's got four stadiums, and then you can have. I think the play right now is 4 stadiums and then 1 Marshadow from, I believe it's in Broken Bonds, and it has resetting hole. As long as like once during the turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard any stadium card in play.
Right. Okay.
And if you do, discard this Pokemon and all cards attached to it. So it's like a searchable stadium discard.
Wow. Well, if you guys want to hear more analysis on TCG, make sure you check out Adam's other show on the network, Special Conditions. Talks
it's a lot of fun.
TCG. So definitely check that out. It's on its own feed. It's on our YouTube channel, and you can check out specialconditionstcg.com for the feed. Awesome.
Please do. It's a lot of fun.
All right, Adam, you ready to watch this show?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to watch episode 74, Fire and Ice. Be right back. And we are back from our break. Thank you guys so very much for that. All right, Adam, you have your Amazon prepped and ready to go?
Oh, it is queued.
Fantastic.
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's start this party in 3, 2, 1, play.
Did I tell you that I wanted to be the very best?
Dude,
like no one ever was.
What can Ash really? Oh man, dude. Could they literally retcon the entire thing? Do they do it like an alternate universe where Ash can still exist just in a parallel universe?
He's still in Kanto, and
I don't want him to go.
If you love something, you gotta let it go, right?
That's so funny. Oh man, I don't know. What could a new character be like? Like they would. Like, do they do Team Rocket?
They could do a girl.
Who's the villain? Who's the bad team? Is it Team Rocket?
Team Rocket Go.
Team Go Rocket?
Team Go Rocket.
Yo, that would be so huge for Niantic.
I know we didn't talk about it, but really quickly, spawn changes happened, and there's like 10 in
oh yeah, Adam has spawns at his house now.
It's so nice versus having 1.
All right, so the recap here is just covering last week's episode, talking about Ash's Krabby evolving into Kingler and wrecking shop.
Pinch.
It dominated.
Man, this Kingler is
It dominated.
There was so much happiness experience gained.
Look, everyone was so shocked.
With new fans on their side, Ash and Kingler were unstoppable, and together they won a
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
I'm surprised, like, Kingler, for being so powerful, he should be a high level that, like, doesn't want to listen to Ash. Similar to Charizard.
That's because he was raised so gently by Professor Oak. So I dig how they have this arena kind of laid out, you know, with the podiums. We've seen this before, like when they battled Team Rocket. I forget what gym that was, that had like those platform pedestal style, you know, things where the trainers stand.
That was Giovanni's gym.
Yeah.
Ash is so unconventional.
Yo, and Misty and Brock are sitting like on the battlefield, just behind Ash, but they're still like on the battlefield.
And Pikachu is ready to go, but Ash chose Squirtle. And I like this because they fast forwarded this matchup, so it's just Nidorino versus Squirtle because they're both down to 1-1.
Yep.
Or 1 out of 3 Pokemon.
They got to move it along, man. There's a lot of action happening at the league. They got to sum it up.
How can she see? She's sitting in front of the...
She's watching on the Jumbotron. This is a pretty cool move here. Squirtle's like, ain't no thing. I'm just going to roll right on through. Keep rolling.
What is this, a Mario show?
I know, right? Gotta go fast.
Imagine if he came out upside down.
So, like, I don't even think the water gun, you know, was the hardest part of that. It was he smashes him into the thing, into the actual stone, and then wrecked. Absolutely wrecked.
Man, that Skull Bash did so much damage. Ash Ketchum wins.
It's so cool, man. Like, yeah, but yeah, see how the match is over with that win because they don't get into the first two, but we'll just say that Pikachu dominated.
Yeah, and then they climbed the tower so they could be right next to Ash.
Yo, Gary's a hater.
Gary. Hater's gonna hate.
Dude, he's such... You know, like, every so often you'll watch a movie, right? And the villain from the movie just makes you absolutely despise them, like the actor. Like, you just hate them. They do such a good job of being a villain. That's how I feel about Gary in this episode. Like, he really makes me hate him. So we got Team Rocket in the trash. Is that Garbodor?
Yeah. Is that Oscar the James Grouch?
Didn't they make an Oscar the Grouch reference at one point? With, I don't know. I thought they did.
He was hungry, so he went to get something to eat.
What?
Yeah, Brock's like the cook here, cooking for all the Pokemon. He couldn't cook for Ash. What's up, Brock?
He said he was really starving.
But these Pokemon are gonna get all worn out. Well,
As
They're
all
gonna get worn
eating
out
good
from
food.
stuffing their faces.
aw, are you hungry too, Togepi?
He's like, let me down, I'm hungry.
Squirtle.
Aw, Squirtle's
Brock made
so
these
nice.
specifically for Squirtle water Pokemon.
Nope. And egg Pokemon.
And they even made the sounds like it was going to be a negative.
I know.
But Togepi took a bite.
Something to eat.
Took a bite and was super happy.
As I am, Pikachu. Brock and Misty are okay because they were just watching. But being
Ash is like I wish I knew what that place is, like the little cafe. It's like a Jigglypuff cafe.
I saw this morning.
Pikachu.
I wonder if I were to put subtitles on, if it would tell me what that sign said.
Have to find someplace else to eat, Pikachu.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
Pokemon in Love. Oh, there's
Dude,
the movie.
The irony. This is a callback to what was it, 4 episodes ago?
I think it was a lot longer than that.
Was it? I thought it was like right before they get to Pallet.
Bobblehead Cube.
Yeah, so good.
And there's a Pokemon
It's your jam.
parade.
Adam, you hear your jam in the background? Look at the Snorlax float.
Yeah,
This is your jam, though.
this is my jam.
They have
I play this blaring down the road.
Is how Adam rolls up to the Pokemon Go raids.
Ah, we finally found you.
We've been looking
Get a bag, Brock.
lost. What are you doing here?
Yeah, don't. Why is he gonna premiere ball? Did you see that?
Or is your stomach
Really?
more important than they are? I was
Oh no, it's just upside down.
Oh, it's upside down. Okay. Jeez.
It's like the back of a TCG card.
Pokemon Center. My face is little.
I have your Pokeballs right here, Ash.
That's great. Thanks, guys.
Put him in a
Let's
bag,
go to the
dude.
Pokemon Center right
Why
Why
aren't
wouldn't
they,
he
like,
transport
shrunken
them
down?
in small mode?
I wonder what Pokemon you should
You know what I
use
mean?
if
Like
they're
when you
around.
could shrink them
Yeah.
down.
My next match is gonna be in the ice
Yeah, Ash did it.
so I think the other
Where'd they go?
trainer will be using some ice
They
type
he
he
put
shrunk
them on
them
his
down.
belt?
They're in one of his pockets, his utility pocket. P.
Wonder why it's so crowded.
It wouldn't have been if we'd gotten
Maybe because everybody and their grandmother are doing these league battles.
My Pokemon are all beat up.
Ah, that's the Pewter City Nurse Joy.
Oh yeah.
all look exactly the same to me. How can
Yeah, but that's the hometown girl.
What your eyes don't see is
Oh, I love that animation style right there.
Brock is a poet. I didn't know it.
Dude, that little bumper thing they throw in there, it's so funny.
There's gotta be
It's like instead of the bat signal, like it's a little Pokemon disc spinning.
smells.
It's a Pokestop.
Exactly.
All you Doduo.
The
all you can
Duo
eat.
Cafe.
Down, Pikachu. Ash, your Pokemon. Pikachu and I didn't have anything to eat all day.
Yo, he's just like, forget them. They'll be fine. They had Poke Puffs.
Another Pokemon Center. How do you think my Pokemon would feel about that?
Jeez, Ash. It's like a feast. Look at the smile. Yeah, how you
no
plan on
money.
doing that, bruh?
Same, Ash. Same.
Yeah, but only if it's a collection plate. Here,
He's like trying to smooth talk.
eat free? Sure. This is great. She must have seen me win the match today and wants me to have dinner.
Oh yeah, Ash, she's your super fan.
I owe it all to fans like you. Okay. I'll just have this.
Yeah, I
this.
can't knock Ash. I would do the same thing. He's got like 4 plates.
All that food can make your belly as big as your head. Thanks, Miss.
Sick burn, Misty.
Can't help it.
Thanks, Miss.
All this
That's
food for free. That's because she happens to be a big fan of mine.
Ash, everybody in the Pokemon League gets to eat here for free.
Knock you
Burn.
down a peg, bro.
I know you won twice, and that's great. You can't let that make you crazy.
I can't.
Yeah, Pikachu is always looking out for Togepi.
all the forks and knives.
It's like
Oh no, they're gonna
super
jam
sharp butter
Togepi.
knives.
I like how they dig into the floor.
Dude,
so hard.
there's some sharp silverware.
Hey, what are you doing there, Pikachu? Practicing to be in the circus?
Togepi, you trying anything dangerous like that, okay?
Don't worry, I won't. I'll just be the cause of it.
Yeah, we're good.
Wasn't Brock with you?
Huh?
Who's that?
Who's that?
It's
Brock!
Pikachu!
Oh no. It's wheezing. Galar wheezing. Ah, no, it's coughing.
Dude, Galarian wheezing is so good.
Brock said he
Yes, you can pass
Yeah.
You can pass go with $200.
Look at multiple Officer Jennies in one shot.
and all the joys too.
Do they have one? Do they have a shot with multiple joys?
Nurse Joy's and Officer Jenny's everywhere.
No, just the Jennies.
Just the Jennies.
You're the Joy from Saffron City.
See, it's like all the joys are there, but I just don't know if there are multiples on screen at one time.
Oh, remember me?
Brock's going
Dude.
crazy.
At least I'm not the only one.
Yeah, this is like too much thirsty.
They're just playing to into it really hard. I don't mind it.
People waiting to get into this Pokemon Center.
Well, it's your fault, Ash. You should have gone right after your match. Now we'll just have to stand in line and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't even heal his Pokemon after the match.
Hey, look.
He just left him to eat. Yeah, that's not sketchy.
I know where there's another Pokemon Center that isn't crowded at all.
Is it any
Oh.
Is it any good?
I've said it many times over the course of these 74 episodes. Nothing is quite hilarious to me as James and Drag.
come from?
It's the best.
I'd come from anywhere, Ash, to see a Nurse Joy.
Now he's driving me crazy.
That animation style is so good.
Right?
Here we are.
This doesn't look like the other Pokemon.
Come right this way.
Come to my giant Pokeball cabin.
Dude, you hear the James laugh? It's so good.
Now won't you come and
I got all these Pokemon for competition.
There's a real joy.
At least it isn't crowded.
This place doesn't seem right.
Well, it must be a Pokemon Center, because it's got a very beautiful Nurse Joy.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right, Brock.
Well, now why don't you check in your Pikachu?
Oh, thank you, miss. And these all need treatment.
I
too, please.
look, where do you get the box from? And they're still in their big form.
What's really weird, Brock?
Usually when I see a Nurse Joy, I'm dizzy and I act kind of crazy and I start talking in a really goofy
Oh,
way.
he's calling himself out.
Yep.
Sounds like Ash all the time.
Maybe I'm just experiencing a temporary Nurse Joy overload.
Brock, I think it's probably just because you weren't.
There's no pheromones in the air.
That's the trouble, Brock. You weren't prepared to see them. That's the trouble.
Look, it's working.
Say something wrong?
Prepare for trouble.
No, see, I think they would have gotten away with this had Misty not been talking about things being trouble.
Trouble. Yeah.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce
Oh, I like how they hid the R. They just put a piece of white tape over,
Yep,
the,
yep,
over
yep.
the other spot. Oh my god.
James.
They're so shocked.
James!
When did you guys get here?
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
James' hair looks shorter than normal.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's like a piece of paper over the R. There you go.
See, Ash? My internal Nurse Joy detection system is always
Oh,
100% accurate.
thank you for saving the day, Brock.
Awesome, Brock.
What are you two wasting time for? Go get on
Get your Pokemon back.
Yo, Misty is the best.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Huh?
Togepi's just loving it. Like, yes.
Yeah, I would have kept that sweet cover on.
Right?
around
Like,
Meow.
where did it go? They were just inside the building.
See the rest of
It folded away, dude. It folded down flat like Swedish furniture.
So we're bringing home this cute Pikachu
Yo, poor Pikachu. They got him in like a
Pikachu!
glass,
A glass
jar,
vase.
like a specimen container, like taxidermy.
nightmare come true.
It's so terrible, it's wonderful. Go!
So. Brock and Onyx.
Great! Now bring him back down!
I didn't realize Brock, like, his Onyx was this tall.
Nice work!
Dude, Onyx is huge, man.
Pikachu!
Onyx is huge.
Onyx, time to say bye-bye.
Did he get his other Pokemon back?
Did it again, Jesse.
We're defeated.
The box of balls, I guess so.
Yeah, they just gave him Pikachu back.
Looks like Team Rocket.
Yeah, the box of balls is on the floor in the thing, in the floor in the basket. It just blasted off into space. Oxygen.
They actually like come back and they're like, "Hey, I know we just got blasted off, but these are all your Pokemon."
Yeah,
We
Yeah, you
made
forgot
the
these.
Real Pokemon Center. Come on, let's go.
May I have your attention, please?
Yes.
Area Pokemon centers are now accepting new Pokemon.
How timely. How perfect.
Now accepting new Pokemon.
Okay, let's get him there as fast as we can.
Yeah, you better, buddy, since you've neglected them since your last battle.
Even though they were all happy eating Poke food.
Yeah, they're still beat up on the inside.
Oh, and they fast forwarded this one.
Yep,
there's
yep,
only
by
2
one
versus
match.
2. Oh,
junk. So I like that. I like how they kind of animate this whole part with withdraw and everything, because it's cool how the cloister just kind of like falls over, just like that's I guess that's what would happen. You know, it's just literally hiding itself.
Cloister should be losing hit points too.
That's right. Just
And my question is, they are literally telling him what to do. Now, in a Pokemon tournament, that's like
Can't be
against
coached.
the rules. Yeah.
Yeah, that's instant knockout. Crack the exterior shell. But
Pretty
yeah,
sure
I
it
wonder.
broke
I
through.
mean, obviously, the ruling is that you're allowed to be coached from the sidelines.
Now, with just one Pokemon left, will Pepperman choose an ice type or a water type?
But yeah, obviously, the opponents don't have a coach.
See, he said, will he choose an ice type or a water type?
All right, Kingler's a water bubble.
Which is weird, because it's like, was that the rules?
Bubble.
Because wouldn't Ash have to be using water Pokemon?
No, but or ice though.
Right.
But
But
it's-
keep that in mind.
But it's fire and ice, dude. So they gotta live up to the episode title.
Well, I get that, but here's...
Wrecked. Get
Here's what-
wrecked.
Try to get up.
Yeah, good luck with that.
He's like, I'm gone, but I'm trying.
Rage attack. I never expected that.
Yeah, see? Move coverage.
Kingler back and use another Pokemon.
Okay, Kingler, return.
Dude, Pikachu just never being in a ball is just still hilarious to me.
All right,
But like, Pikachu's not fire or ice.
agility, Pikachu.
Yeah, but he's Pikachu. He knows quick attack.
Very impressive slideshow, and Pikachu on ice performs some very cool moves.
Pikachu
Oh,
on
that's
ice.
so-
Oh, it's like there was a Pokemon on ice show, wasn't there? At one point, there was like one run of it. I think there
Oh, I'm
was.
sure.
We're too fast for a fire blast.
Maybe so, but it's too bad your only chance of winning just melted away.
Oh snap! Fire and ice. Fire and ice. So
I don't get it. What is Arcanine doing?
it's almost like he played a stadium card.
Fire blast to melt the whole ice field.
Well, his ability allows him to just discard the stadium.
The whole field has melted down into two little ice
The
You
whole
see-
ice field is now no longer an ice field.
But obviously, this is part, acceptable in the rules too, to actually manipulate the terrain. That's another rule, interesting tidbit.
Take a dive.
You mean just quit?
No, I mean dive.
Again,
Take a dive.
them telling Ash what to do.
Dude, coaching is allowed, bro. No harm, no foul.
Extra harm, extra foul. Because there's no bird Pokemon.
All right, now you shouldn't have any problem.
Ash, you didn't forget that water
So good.
electricity, did ya?
I didn't forget it. I just didn't remember right away.
Well, what are you waiting for? Hurry!
See, again,
Thunderbolt
what would Ash do without them? Nukes the entire stadium. Wrecked. Get wrecked. Get wrecked.
Okay.
Arcanine has been eliminated. The
Good night, son.
trainer
Ash wins.
Chum.
Dude, it's a packed house.
We just won our third round match.
Yeah, good job, coaches.
Realistically, it was just Brock.
Does
Misty,
anyone else
who-
know? Misty brought up the electricity thing.
A little high voltage help from Pikachu. Ash
Well, yeah,
But-
what I'm saying is, like, they basically won in the match.
Will he be able
But is there any other situation, like, we haven't seen anything else where there's ever been a different coach? But, yeah, so the episode kind of just ends abruptly there. It's like, okay, here's the
Oh,
episode,
did you
and
want a
he
proper
wins the
ending?
match. Good night. But I'm
they rushed
excited
through
that
3
Ash is
matches.
finally progressing. I don't know about you, but it's exciting to see him actually making progress and winning, even though if he is getting directions from the sidelines, literally from Ash and Brock, or from Misty and Brock from the sidelines. But what'd you think of the episode overall?
I liked it. More battles. I liked it when Krabby or Kingler used Crab Hammer on Cloyster. And like it actually broke Cloyster.
Smashed the shell. Yeah, it was awesome. You know, it's weird too that during that scene when Missy's like, "Oh, it's losing hit points." You know what I mean? Like that's such a weird, you know.
That's a TCG thing.
Yeah, but even think like in, you know, the IRL ramification of that. Like you would never say that in real life. You wouldn't say that it's losing hit points. Like it's just a nod to the game, which we've seen before when they've talked about things that are very mechanical. Like hit points. So very weird choice of words there, but yes, a nod to the game for sure. So Adam, I have a booster.
Oh man.
Do you not have a booster?
I am unprepared.
Are you really?
I am. Yeah.
Do you have one?
No, I'm going to open one from the PTCGO.
Okay. All right, well, I have a Unified Minds booster, IRL. I still have not seen any Hidden Fates, not a single Hidden Fates card.
Seriously?
At all. Yep. And I've stopped in multiple stores, multiple days, different towns, multiple times. Nada. All right, Unified Minds, here we go. We've got Dragonair, Delmise, Heracross, Numel, Tynamo, Poipole, Snowrunt, Drillbur. My reverse is a Murkrow, and my rare is a Rowlet and a Alolan Executor GX Rainbow Rare.
Rainbow Rare?
Yes.
That is sick.
Get out of here, dude. This is insane. I was so due. I was so incredibly due. I am so crazy. 237 of 236. Rowlet and Alolan Executor GX Tag Team. I just pulled. All right, so this is from. I sent you a picture from Target. Remember? I was like,
yes.
That it was the 3 booster pack with the coin, with a Rowlet coin, and the Stackadaka card. Right? I gave a pack to my son. He didn't pull anything good. I pulled previously a Rowlet and Alolan Executor GX Tag Team, but not the Rainbow Rare version. It was actually 1 of 236. So now I pull this. Absolutely insane. Check out our Instagram. I'm going to post a picture of this tonight. I cannot believe I just pulled this card. Dude, I got to build a deck now. I have 2 of these things. I'm on my way.
Dude, okay, so you need 4 Shaman from Lost Thunder, I believe, because those allow you to heal. You're going to need the it's a forest. I don't know. It's a Prism Star Stadium, but it allows you to heal like 60 damage in a special condition from one of your grass Pokemon once per turn. And then you're going to need Gardenias. There's evolutions of Sawaddle that make it so your attacks do 40 less damage to you. Because for no energies, he can evolve from like basically Weedle to Beedrill.
Nice.
But yeah, let me open one of these packs because I haven't even opened I have yet to open a Hidden Fates pack from online at all. So let me see what I get. Because we're still on the hunt for the, shiny Charizard. So I got a Psyduck, a Clefairy, an Eevee, a Cubone, a Geodude, a Scyther, Pokémon Center Lady, which is fitting, Sabrina's Suggestion, a Reverse Hollow Pikachu, and my rare is a Misty's Water Command. So I guess it would be a Hollow.
Awesome.
Okay, well you said, oh that's awesome, like right at a good time.
All right, Adam, we did it. That was a show.
We have done it. By golly.
It's another one in the books. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the show. We really do appreciate it. Please check out GottaWatchEmAll.com for everything that we're doing with the show. You get our full feed there. Also, leave us a review in iTunes and Apple Podcasts. We would appreciate it. It would help us tremendously. But you can email us, info@gottawatchemall.com. Make sure you check out the other podcasts on our network, Lured Up for Pokemon Go, and Special Conditions for TCG. That's pretty much going to do it. Adam, you got anything else?
Not that I can think of. Just find some hidden fates.
Yeah, find some hidden fates and send them to me, because I can't find any of them. But thank you guys so much. We'll see everybody next week. Bye-bye.